She's got a secret underneath. Yeah, she's this naughty little freak. She likes to put on a show. She likes when it tastes good.
Wes, they're calling this the winter warning game, but it's going to be like 70 degrees in Lambeau Field on Sunday. Why not in mid-October? Packers-Texans, time for final thoughts. All right, Weston, what's at stake?
As October football goes, Michael, a very important matchup here for the Green Bay Packers. It is a litmus test here against the 5-1 Houston Texans, a team that has played very well out of the gate so far this season. Green Bay Packers get to test themselves and see exactly where they're at in the second quarter of the season.
No question about it. And the Packers are looking for their first 3-game winning streak of the season. You won 2 in a row earlier with Malik Willis, now trying to go for 3 in a row with Jordan Love. And you're in an awfully tough division in the NFC North. Every single win is so important. Wes, who's heating up, presented by Aurora Heated Apparel?
Michael Christian Watson. The Green Bay Packers have had a lot of explosive plays this season, but the game is different when number 9 is on the field, and we saw that last week. Yes, there was the 44-yard touchdown, a very pretty play. Yes, there was the 4th down conversion, but it really comes down to how defenses have to defend the Packers when Christian Watson is out there. He's back, and he's better than ever.
Yeah, and my guy in this game is in the other 2 phases, because I'm talking about Keyshawn Nixon. Defensively, the Packers have been using him in different areas, coverage-wise, slot, boundary. He's making some nice plays on the ball. Had a big punt return last week as well on special teams to help out the offense. So K9, as they call him, is a guy to watch. Wes, I'm going to say the Packers win this game if their offensive line rises to the challenge. I think Green Bay's offensive line played its best game collectively of the season last week. You want to keep building on that. This is a major test with Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter, the edge rushers, the pressure that the Houston Texans are going to try to bring against Jordan Love. Packers' offensive line has to rise to that.
I agree, Mike, and I think the Packers win this game if the defensive line rises to the occasion. We've heard so much about the Texans for the past week, and rightfully so, but the Green Bay Packers defensive front really did a good job against Kyler Murray. Now you need to replicate that against C.J. Stroud, one of the most dangerous, explosive young quarterbacks in the National Football League. Have to get after him, have to contain him, and the defensive front has to play well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And with that, we'll sign off on this edition of Final Thoughts. Be sure to follow all of our coverage of Sunday's game from Lambeau Field on Packers.com and on all of your social media channels. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the ball game.
Matt, I'm ready to put Brandon McManus in the Packer Hall of Fame. What about you?
I mean, it's a good start. So obviously we got a long way to go, but I mean, to come in there in a critical situation and make 2 kicks in a row, I don't think we had our best operation. It wasn't the cleanest. Daniel did a great job getting that ball down. And what about him today? Just flipping the field so many times for us. Obviously, it wasn't our best performance offensively. I thought our defense played lights out for the majority of the game.
How about that final drive prior to the winning field goal? I think all that time you spend on end-of-game situations in practice paid off.
Yeah, I think so, absolutely. I think, it's a credit to everybody. The guys blocking up front and guys making plays down the field, Jordan making some big-time throws, and guys making critical catches. Rome's catch at the end, I mean, that's a great catch, and he had a pretty good game today.
8 catches, 85 yards. Romeo Doubs is back in a big way.
Yeah, he certainly was. I mean, they were all like tough catches. A lot of those slants where he's getting hit right away. But yeah, it was great to have him out there, and he's super reliable.
Matt, how big was that opening to the second half for you guys? Force a 3-and-out defensively and offensively, go on a touchdown drive. How big was that?
Well, obviously it was huge. I mean, every possession was critical in this game. That's complementary football. We talked about it. Rarely do you win in this league when you're -3 in the turnover battle. And for us to find a way, despite all the miscues today, it certainly feels good.
Everybody going into the game was talking about the Houston pass rush and the threat it presents. How about your own pass rush? It was pretty respectable today, wasn't it? Or more than respectable.
Yeah, I thought Hafley did a great job just dialing up pressures, and we weren't going to let CJ get comfortable back there. And for the most part, we were getting some good heat on him. I think there's certainly some things we have to clean up from a discipline standpoint. It felt like we were about every third down, jumping off sides and giving them some second chances, if you will, on some of those third down opportunities. But I thought all in all, like the effort, the play style, everything we're looking for was definitely on point.
Quay Walker can't go. He's injured. Eric Wilson, more playing time for him. And he comes away with 2 sacks and a bunch of other plays.
Yeah, I thought, we got to take a look at it, but I thought he definitely made some big-time plays. Like I said, we'll take a look at it and see how he did, but he definitely had some splash plays out there.
Now, I know as a coach you're going to be upset with 3 turnovers. However, the fact that your football team could overcome those turnovers, what does it say about the Green Bay Packers?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a resilient effort. I can't say enough about our fans out there today. That was definitely a home field advantage. They embraced the whiteout. That was a pretty cool environment today.
That was a team win, man. You talk about a 4-quarter fight. Sheesh. I mean, that went down to the last second, man. Give it up for everybody. We knew we'd take some punches, and so much in this game is how you respond. We found a way to get it done. Good job. A couple guys I'd like to mention. This guy let us down there on that drive. Jay Love finished. Romeo Dobbs had 8 for 95. And Josh Jacobs, big dog. Big dog. Big dog. Give it up for our defense. Hey man, 22 points, and there were some unfavorable situations, some bad situations that we put you guys in, and way to stay strong, man, and find a way. We had X with the sack, RG with the sack, and Eric Wilson with 2 sacks. I got 3 game balls today. All right. First one, we just talked about the defense, and this guy shows up every week. Where's Jeff Hafley at?
Yes! Go ass up here, Hal! Go ass up here, Hal! Yeah, Hal! Yeah, Hal! Hair ain't moving.
Hey, you know what? He calls an aggressive-ass game, and it's because of the trust he has in the men in this room. So great job defensively.
Hell yeah, Hal.
This guy totally flipped the field today, man. He had 5 punts, averaged 57 yards a punt. And you guys know who this last one goes to. Yeah. Come on now. This guy just got here a few days ago.
Let's go. Let's lock in, man. Yes, sir. Pack on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir.
What does it say about the mentality of this defense when there's so many pressures being sent on those key third down situations?
That it don't matter the situation in the game. We're just gonna keep hunting, keep going, and just keeping everybody to the standard. Just knowing that we gotta play fast, play with maximum effort, and try to get turnovers.
It's a good offense over there, Sean. You guys held Stroud to less than 100 yards passing.
Word.
Got the defensive coordinator, game ball, and everything.
Yeah.
Were you just executing at a high level? Did you have something? What?
Just executing, like I said, executing at a high level. We get into the, halfway point of the season, so we understand how we want to play, understand how teams want to attack us, understand how we want to attack teams, and just number one thing, man, coming out with trust and executing the game plan.
You guys had some juice early in the game too, a little John, we'll call it, before the game with one of their guys too, and you guys clearly had some emotion going in. Was this a big game for you guys?
Every game that we play is a big game, but just understanding the type of team they are, understanding where we want to get to in the season, man. You got to take care of business today. And all that chirping before the game, we don't like that fake tough stuff because we got 60 minutes to play ball, and that's what we did today.
On your sack, you came out the middle, right?
Off the edge.
Okay. What does it say about the creativity, though, it seems like Jeff was using today, whether it's blitzing X or just mixing up how you guys were pressuring this?
Yeah, like I was saying before, just, understand how teams want to block our personnel, understand that different type of personnel groups you want to show them. So just understand how they want to get it blocked up and, having a game plan executed to beat that. And that's what today is. I guess we was out there having fun, flying around and executing at a high level.
last 2 weeks they've had you doing that kind of rover thing that you did when Patton was here with
Yes,
some
sir.
areas. Did you guys show Halfley that? That's not something you guys have done until the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, like I was saying, you know, we added things into different packages, a little splash here, a little splash there, you know, just trying to make the most of our defense and the personnel that we have in there.
That's just a good way to get you off those chips, you know, to move you around into the middle. Are they able to isolate you on a one-on-one in those situations?
Yeah, you know, coming into the season getting chipped a lot, you know, like I said, just trying to find ways to, you know, free up the top players, and that's what Coach has been doing, you know, since week 1. So just understand our personnel, understand how teams want to block us, especially me. You know, it helps us as a team.
One time you came in for pressure, it looked like you just had a little bit of a delayed blitz, and they didn't even pick you up. So,
yeah.
Is that how that's supposed to work? Were you guys kind of scrambling a little right before the snap?
I know the play you was talking about. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of went blank of what's the play call, so I don't even know what it is. I just know I got off the edge. I really got to stay top shoulder when he spent out. Would have got another sack, but that's just you know, us playing together.
Sean, I know you guys as a defense, you never want anyone to get any points as an offense, but the ability for you guys today to hold the Texans to just 3 on several drives, what did that mean?
Just us, you know, holding ourselves to the standard on defense. Us knowing that, you know, we believe in everybody, and it's going to be a big play made to get us off the field. And having games like that, your defense have to stand tall. And I'm happy in the situation that we was able to show that we did that.
7 games into the season, how have you seen the defense evolve as you get these in-game reps in Halfley's defense?
Man, it's been getting better and better week in and week out. Like I said, it's a new defense this year. So like I said, we've been growing the scheme, enjoying it, loving it, and like I said, we all buying in right now.
Rashawn, I'm sorry if you already answered this, but what does it mean to you to be, you know, top 10 in sacks here for the Packers?
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Thank you, God. It's a blessing, and I got to keep chopping away.
The way you guys started the second half there, being able to get the 3-0.
Huge. That was absolutely huge, starting fast when we needed to. That was an emphasis of, you know, showing up when we're supposed to show up and be consistent. And so I think we did a good job of that, especially starting fast and, you know, staying fast.
The job you just did against Sterling. I think you finished somewhere in like the 80s maybe as far as passing.
Yeah.
Just being able to contain him on that.
Yeah. That's huge, man. Good quarterback, good team, good receivers. So to be able to contain him with our D-line and, you know, cover in the back end and get back there and get some sacks, it's huge. Game changer.
How does it feel to get a close win at home against a good team?
It feels great. It feels great. Team effort for sure. Offense did their thing. Special teams showed up. Daniel was booting that thing. You know, Brandon showed up with the kick. We had great coverages, our gunners going down, defense, you know, making stops, sacks, and putting pressure and doing a good job on the run game and pass game. So team effort for sure.
Position was good today.
Yeah.
Congrats here.
Yeah.
You showed up big too.
Good playing time for you.
Yeah.
You made the most of it. To produce like that, when your number's called, that's got to feel good, right?
Yeah. It feels good to, you know, be there. You know, I studied my ass off, you know, being prepared, and that's a part of the game. You have to be ready to go out there whenever. You don't really know when that is. So I'm glad everything came together. You know, our team really came together. So.
What can you tell me about the 2 sacks?
Hats off. It was hats off to my teammates because it was kind of a trickle effect. So hats off to them. They kind of opened it up for me, and you know, good team effort.
Did you feel like you could? I mean, I think on both of them, you were the extra man, or maybe one of 2 extra men. So did you guys feel like you could create some space for you?
I don't know. I guess the space was just there, so we took advantage of it.
Do you remember the last time you had a 2-sack game?
Not quite sure. I feel like I've had one before.
I think it was 2019 against the Raiders, if I'm right.
Okay, yeah.
What was working for you today? It seemed like Jeff was bringing a lot of blitzes, especially on 3rd down. What was working good for you guys in that regard?
You know, I think just getting pressure, getting off, especially in those, you know, 3rd and whatever distance it is. You know, knowing that we could, you know, rush the passer. We got a great D line and great coverage on the back end. So putting it all together is a part of our game.
At the end of the day, we're all professionals, and we're expecting him to go out there and make those kicks. He's expecting us to, you know, kick PATs. But my tenor coach said if every drive you have ends with a kick, you're still doing good.
Tucker, what did you see on that pass from Jordan on the touchdown, just being able to get that there on obviously?
I don't know. It happens fast. It happens really fast. Yeah, I just that one was in God's hands. I stretched out. I don't even know if my eyes were open. No, I don't want to play it short. It was a great play, and it was a pure moment, as I said earlier. You know, plays like that, they can set you apart from other tight ends in the league, guys who don't get the chances to get downfield like that. That's something I hope I can continue to do.
Tucker, you guys practice 2-minute drill and practice all the time. So is it just leaning on that when you're going back onto the field, knowing that you have an opportunity to go down there and to try to win the game?
Yeah, every time we go to practice, we try to practice like we're preparing for a game. It says back there on that wall, practice preparation equals game readiness. And that's what we go out there and do. We set up a situation, we try to execute it with our 2-minute drill, figuring out how much time we have based on, you know, timeouts, how much we're down by, what we're prioritizing, whether it's time over yards or yards over time. But it's just you get all those guys on the same page. You know, it's poetry in motion. Obviously, we had some shortfalls as an offensive unit this week, but we're going to continue to use everything we do in practice, because we practice like we're going to play a game. I mean, everyone's practicing like they're going to play a game, but we're practicing like we're playing the game.
Did you watch that last play of the game-winning kick, or did you turn away, and what was your reaction?
Oh, I watched it go in. I didn't have a rush side on the protection unit. So, I saw it go in. Guys, it was right through the uprights. Perfect. Just a lot of joy there. It was great. Great to end that game there.
Your touchdown, you said it was a special moment, and you know the camera's going to find you. You sit there at the end and kind of the celebration, soak it in. You know how that's going to come across visually and look. What'd you think of that moment?
Yeah, just kind of sitting there on the ground after I jumped on my head. So, Rome sat right down next to me first, and everyone, you know, kind of just got around it. It felt cool. I mean, it was just a called play. He called it 3 seconds before he snapped the ball. It was a no huddle situation. So, just being able to use that, you know, Jordan, you just trust me to go make a play.
No win comes first and foremost, but was it nice to get Josh a receiving touchdown?
Absolutely. He almost left his ball on the field when he went up to do his Lambeau leap. I had to grab it off the ground for him, make sure he didn't forget.
Tucker, from your vantage point, can you walk us through your touchdown catch, though? Because, I mean, there was a Houston defender in front of you, and it looked like Jordan really had to throw this perfect ball to get it to you.
So I have a route, and my objective is crossing your safety's face. It changes whether it's too high or single high coverage. I saw my safety flip his hips and run out. So that's my indication that it's too high. So I was just going to run right down the hash. That's where I was. I just saw that back of the end zone was completely vacant. I was waiting for a back shoulder catch because my safety was gone. But I just tracked the ball and caught it. I guess it happened so fast. Yeah.
As I track the football, I'm thinking, okay, this might get picked here, and then the next thing I know, it's in your hands. Like, are you thinking, okay, this might be dangerous at any point during that play?
No. As I've explained before, I'm willing to jump to any lengths to get team success, over people, through people, on my head into the ground. But that was, I mean, that is just receiving touchdown. Hopefully many more to come.
Any part of you that was surprised the ball made it?
I was just glad that I maintained possession and I didn't jump out of bounds because it was on the back line.
Do you see the traffic, or are you just tracking the ball?
I mean, yeah, you're running through it, but it's when you do it 1,000 times, like you get past the second level. I mean, we do it so much. Like, it's just a feel thing. Anybody will tell you that. I hope. But receivers will tell you it's just an instinctual feel thing. You're running past second level. You have to identify your safety or your triangle, but they make the game pretty simple for us sometimes.
It's exciting. What a week. I said on Wednesday, super excited to be here. Great group of guys. I'm the oldest on the team by 2 years, so some of them are trying to call me uncle and dad already. But super excited to be here. What a way to help this team win in my first game here at Lambeau Field.
How were the hops on the Lambeau leap?
Not good. I've always heard it was taller than you think, but no, this is a historic place. Like I said, I was super excited to come play here, and to have the chance to hit a game winner in game one, I knew I had to do it.
Did you make that decision to go leap in the moment? Was it one of those things before the game where you're like, well, if this comes down a certain way, I might just go over there and leap?
No, you can't predetermine stuff like that. It was a great work week. I had Matt and Danny, working hard to understand how I like, the operation to be done. The coaches did a great job with over drilling it, and had a chance to feel extremely comfortable out there, in a tough situation. So, like I said, extremely happy to be here and help the team win.
How many kicks did you have in Lambeau before pregame today?
I played here in 2019, I think the game was, but other than that was it.
So pregame was the first time you kicked in there?
No, since 2019, yes, yep.
Brandon, you obviously made the first attempt and then they call the timeout. You have to go back out there and kick it again. How do you approach situations like that when it happens?
Well, I was telling Danny after, I didn't tell him I always want to practice kick if I can. It was a little windy today, just seeing where the wind might move the ball. So if I for some reason miss the first one, I've never missed back-to-back kicks in my career, so I feel pretty confident. So I always want to have that practice rep if I can.
Brandon, did you feel it coming? Did you feel the game kind of lining up like it might come down to that?
Well, yeah, especially the way it was going in the second half. The defense has played real well and kept it a close game. And I knew one more score will probably win the game. So, the average margin of victory, I think, in the NFL is 3 points. So you got to go into each game understanding that it might come down to you, and that's why I chose this position many moons ago. I love the pressure situations, and I was happy to have that opportunity today.
Brandon, you've kicked game winners before, but how does this one stack up against the others, just with everything you've been through over the last year?
When I'm done playing, I'm sure I'll reflect on it more. I'm just living in the moment. Super excited. Like I said, to play here at such a historic organization. My first game here. Thank you guys for keeping the heaters on. It was nice and warm out there today still. So, it's anytime I have a chance to help the team win, especially the last play of the game after all the hard work that they've put in. I'm honored to be able to help the team.
I think the snap was a little bit bobbled on the hold before you drilled it. Was there anything going through your mind when you saw that there? Or did you, did it?
No. I think no. That's why we did all this practicing. We harp on it. Not only. It's a pressure situation for me. I think it's for everyone. Every person has to do their job on the last play because the people on the other side are giving it their 100% to try to block the kick or put pressure on us. So, Danny did a phenomenal job, great hold all day, and Matt, great job snapping all day. And it's tough. I know they've had a little rotation of people in here, and I'm a little older and a little more strict on what I want them to do. So they did a great job all week, and like I said, excited to be here.
What goes through your mind though when you do see the ball on the ground, when you know the game is on the line?
I've kicked a million balls, and I'm saying just the work I saw Danny doing all week, and then I heard him last year when he was a rookie. He was catching snaps in the hallway, practicing holding last year, and so it's just I can't credit them enough for the work that they've put in in the past week to make me feel comfortable.
How many game winners have you had?
I don't know that exactly. I think it's around 8 to 10, but I don't know exactly.
Back to just the NFL or
NFL, yes,
okay.
NFL, yeah.
Did anybody say anything to you before the kick? Any teammates give you any encouragement? Anybody?
I'm pretty laser locked in. I can't hear anything anyone's saying, so I wouldn't know.
Did you feel any different going into the first game with the new team? I know you've been around the league a while, but did you feel any different going into this game than ever before?
Like I said, I was fortunate enough to play for Denver for a long time. It's a good tradition franchise, and there's nothing almost better than this one. Green Bay is a special place. That's why I decided to do the Lambeau Leap, just because of growing up watching Brett Favre play. I think it was Ryan Grant who started it, or Roy Butler. Yes, but I just remember watching players, doing the Lambeau Leap, and a special place to play here. So I'm excited.
Can you take us through the Lambeau Leap again? Your decision that last second after you hit it?
Yeah, I keep saying it's a great place here, but it's what a tradition and a franchise this is, and it'd be cool. I figured it'd be cool to do that, to jump, and I definitely need to work on my hops, but I don't practice jumping that much anymore. But like I said, these guys worked their butts off all week practicing. A lot of them still don't know my name, but maybe today they will. But I'm doing my best to learn everyone's names, and like I said,
we knew our defense was playing good all night, all day, but we just knew that we was putting them in tough situations. So being able to execute right there, being able to get that call and get another touchdown in Lambeau, man, is definitely huge.
What was that mindset on the 2-minute drive there at the end? You go back out there, one timeout still. Just what was sort of the confidence level like for you guys trying to get a response at that point?
Man, we worked 2-minute during camp, probably every day. Every week we worked 2 minutes. So we was on the sideline, and I was telling everybody, I'm like, man, these are the moments where you create your legacy. These are the moments where you got to be special. All the guys, I'm looking in their eyes and in their faces, and I already knew that they had confidence to do it. We know we only needed the field goal, so they kind of eased the pressure a little bit too. But went out there and made some big catches, pass protect really well, and came out with the victory.
What can a win like this do for this team? I mean, that's 3 in a row now against a really good AFC squad.
Yeah, man. I mean, it definitely boosts the confidence, especially for us, man, because, we've been playing a lot of good teams, and then we got this division coming up, and then I feel like this is the best division in football, at least this year for sure. So, it's definitely big for us to, get them battle wounds. But I also think that it's big because, like I said, we didn't play to our best, we didn't play to our standard. And so to be able to go out against a good team like that and not play your best and still win is definitely huge.
Josh, have you told Jordan yet he's going to get that game ball?
No, I ain't tell him yet, but I'm going to let him have it, man. I've done a lot in this league, man. I've gotten a lot of accolades in this league, man. And he's going to be a great quarterback, man. I mean, I truly believe, the things that he do, at least I've never seen, before. So I'm going to let him have it.
Your reaction when you saw the game winner, how did that feel for the rest of the team?
I had my hands up the whole time. I knew he was going to make it. I mean, at least I was praying he was going to make it, So, man, it definitely felt good.
Guys, what does it say about your club that you didn't play your best, lost the turnover battle and everything, and still came out on top?
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, it builds a lot of character in this team. I mean, it shows us a lot. It shows us how special we can be. And it just shows us, that we got to come in and work harder to try to get to as close to perfection as possible. Everybody doing their job every single play, and try to come out and play a dominant game, man. I mean, to be able to still win, it definitely feels good, especially against an opponent like that. But I'm just ready to put a complete game together.
Josh, sorry you've been asked this already, but what does it mean for you to finally get that reception?
Yeah, it was long overdue. But I mean, for me, I don't know. I feel like other people put a lot more onto it than I do. But it felt good to finally get in the end zone, man, in Lambeau, and be able to do the Lambeau lead.
It looked like you might have had a play earlier.
Yeah.
You guys sniffed it out pretty well.
We was 1 block away to play earlier. Yeah. We was 1 block away. If the guy didn't make that tackle, we was watching the iPad and looking at the plays, and if that guy didn't make that tackle, that was going to be a touchdown. So it's cool. I'm glad he came back to me again.
When they put on a show, she likes when he takes control.